Hi, my friends. I'm back with day 4 of 5 for encouraging words for small business owners. And this is to celebrate the doors being open for my Soaring Sisters Collective. That is a very intimate business coaching group. If you haven't caught my other 3 lives this week or seen any of the posts or stories or testimonials that I've been sharing, just to let you know, at this time with where we are as far as right before I came live, I think we have 18 open spots. So you're going to find a link either that pops up in front of you or in the description that you can click on. You can read more about the specifications and like all the details about the group and how it might work with encouraging you along your creative business journey. But I'm Summer Hammonds. I'm happy to hang out with you. So day 4, if you haven't, let me just do a quick recap. If you haven't seen the other 3 lives before this one, on Monday, we started talking about the S in SOAR. So Soaring Sisters Collective, SOAR is an acronym, sort of a framework that has been a great focus and foundation for me, especially as I'm leading these women. But it's to focus on your strengths, to look for opportunities and to discern opportunities, aspirations, your dreams and goals. And then the R is for results. And the reason that it's beautiful that it's in that order is because it takes all 3 to get to results. And so today I'm going to talk about what that looks like, how that looks different if you are in alignment with those other 3 things, and just some encouraging words for you. Even if you're not ready for the opportunity of joining us inside the business group, I just hope that this speaks to you and gives you some things to think about. And just like I said, words of encouragement. We could all use those a little bit more in our everyday lives. So if you're new to this channel, to my page here, say hi, tell me where you're watching from, tell me a little bit about your small business, ask some questions. You can just take the opportunity while I'm live and we can talk it out. And if you have any questions about the group, of course, you're welcome to ask that as well while we're here. Let me open up and look at my comments. Turn that down. Hi, Annie. Hi, Joni. So I promised I would be live for just about 10, 15 minutes, probably will be today. It's a little bit of a shorter message than the last 3 days. But I hope it really gets to the right people. I hope it touches you wherever you are on your journey. So let's go ahead and recap what results actually look like when you do get aligned with your strengths and lead with those. When you learn to discern different opportunities and what those look like. And then what happens when you actually chase after your dreams or you go for your dreams. So you're all in alignment there, and that's what results actually look like. So I'm not just talking about income, the kind of results that make your life better and not busier, more fruitful in ways of how we all define success in different ways. And so that is like, hey, what does life look like for you? What do you want it to feel like? And so that's what we focus on. So what happens when you actually lead with your strengths? If you didn't hear that one, you can go back and watch the replays from all this week. All the replays are on Facebook. They're also over on my YouTube channel at Hammond's Nest. So instead of trying to operate and focus on what you may not be good at or what you would call your weak spots, so what does it look like when you actually start working from those strengths? You actually have more energy and clarity. So getting clear and having that great energy about you is because you're walking in your own strengths, which we all have a different set of, by the way. And you can look at strengths like gifts, skills, all those things. All those things would, to me, qualify under the strengths. You actually will create, meaning your business or whatever you do, with more confidence because of it, because you will gain confidence in knowing that those are your strengths, so learning to identify them. And again, when you're around others who want to support you and build you up, they will call out strengths you don't even know that you have. They will call out gifts and see things in you that you cannot see for yourself. Also, you'll make those decisions a lot quicker. So instead of getting stalled out and feeling frozen sometimes, when you're walking in your gifts and your strengths, those decisions just come a little bit faster. And lastly, you attract the right people with less effort. So you're not as drained because you're walking in your strengths. I mean, people just are magnetized to you because you're being completely your genuine self and operating in those gifts that God gave you. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Vicky. Okay, so here's the goal there from walking in your strengths. You stop trying to prove yourself. Instead, you trust yourself. Now, can I tell you that I'm here and I ended up here and now I completely trust myself every single day? No, that would be a lie. This is a continual journey. This is a continual process, but it's something that you shouldn't do alone. And hence, that's why I'm telling you that the Soaring Sisters Collective is a wonderful group of ladies to have praying over your business and pouring into you as a person too. And becoming the type of person that runs the type of business that you're dreaming of. So results when you have discerned opportunities. You learn to say no to the noise and yes to what's truly aligned for you. That's the point. So when you start learning the ins and outs of how do I discern this, obviously there's multiple ways to discern things, but you don't just say yes to everything. You're going to have a pile of opportunities. When you learn to start seeing them too, you'll have so many you wouldn't even know where to start. So acting on those opportunities in the right way can actually help you stop wasting time on the wrong things. So you take your attention off of some opportunities that may not be right for you in this season. That may be a future thing that you can lay to the side and come back to, put on the back burner. And then you can kind of gain that momentum and that traction instead of spinning in circles. So you're like, this is what I'm doing. This is how I focus. So you just become more focused. And then you learn to recognize, and this is the best part. It's just like little bright lights in your business journey. You learn to recognize God's favor, okay? And not just that you have to hustle harder. So when you're acting in your strengths, when you're learning to discern opportunities, you actually learn to see and recognize God's favor more and more in your business. So you might end up making fewer decisions or have less opportunities, it seems like, but they matter so much more. They go deeper. Okay, y'all feel free to ask any questions in the comments. Okay, so results. This is the R we're talking about. R is for results. What does it look like and what kind of results do you get when you actually act on your dreams instead of just sitting on them? Well, they're no longer stuck in your head. And when they're stuck in your head, you kind of feel like you're buried in survival mode of just, you can't get anything out. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what direction you're going. So it'll get you back to why you started. Whenever you say your dreams out loud, when you believe in yourself and others believe in you to get to those dreams that you want to do. And remember, when we talked about aspirations, they weren't just some big, I want to be make $100,000 a year or $500,000 a year. It didn't have that kind of value set on it. It's different for everyone. It doesn't just have to do about money. Like I said, sometimes it's just about, hey, my dreams are to wake up and be able to slow sip my coffee in the mornings, read my devotional in my Bible, and not feel rushed. That's the kind of life I want to build, and I need my business to run around that. So building that schedule that honors your season and just fills up your soul, basically, is what I'm saying here. So you get to finally make that progress on that vision that God planted in you because you're saying your dreams out loud, you're pursuing them, and you believe in them. It's all a beautiful, beautiful process. So like I said yesterday, what would it look like for your business to thrive and not just survive? Doing all these things in this order and focusing on that foundation in your life really lets your business start serving your life instead of just running it. And tell me in the comments if you have a creative business, just sometimes it feels like it runs you instead of you running it. And that's pretty typical. So you're not alone in that feeling at all. So beyond the metrics, what are some results that actually matter to you? I want to know what your feeling of results that actually matter to you look like. I'm just going to give you some examples here that I have jotted down. It doesn't mean just more money, though that could come too. It doesn't just mean more followers, though growth is good. You need visibility. We talk about that in our group, by the way. Social media growth, email list growth, things like that are technical things. Those create visibility for you. Those are the kind of results that you want, yes, but it's not always that. Sometimes you just want to breathe. You want to be able to breathe between your projects and your goals. You want some peace when you close your work computer for the night, just that peace of the boundaries and things that you can put in place. Knowing your business is aligned with your values is probably one of the most important lessons I could say with results. Just feeling like, yes, I designed this business to be a beautiful part of my life that I feel proud of. And like I said, feeling proud of what you've built because it reflects who you are is a really, really, really big deal. So if everything in your business got quieter for just a moment, so I'm talking to my creative biz owners out there, what result would really matter the most to you? So let's just talk about that as in closing here. Would it mean more time freedom? That's a term that we use in the business world. Less stress, less overwhelm, a clearer purpose. Clarity is a big one that comes up a lot with the ladies that are in there right now. Income that is actually sustainable and something that you sleep better at night and wake up, more encouraged in the morning because of it, because of the sustainability of the income. Or, and I'm just going to guess that this one would be a really good result for you, is that you have a community to lean on instead of just going through all that alone. So tell me if any of those resonate with you. Hey, Michelle at LaFonda Crafts and Vicky in Fort Payne. So I don't think God meant for us to do any of this all alone. He planted all these dreams in our hearts and all these visions that we have. And I would say this is an opinion, but I just don't think he would want you to do it alone. I just don't, there is a lot of weight. There's a lot of responsibility as a business owner. It's a really, really heavy burden to carry all your own. And so I would say seek out support, whether it be with our group or small group of business friends that you have, some type of collaborative support to get you through, like I said, all those valleys and all those mountaintops. So inside our group, of course, I said this is the framework we have with SOAR: strengths, opportunities, aspirations, results. We want it to lead, doing all this inner work and all this mindset work and all the strategies in the world, like I said, can get you nowhere without good mindset. And we just happen to be faith-based, so our center on Christ happens to be a big deal of that mindset. But it's not just growth. It's growth that fits your life. It's sustainable. It feels like you. Those are things you want to go after. And you don't have to change everything about your business right now just to make all this happen for you. Just know it happens one step at a time. We talk about what's the very next thing we need to work on in your business to get you headed in the direction that you're wanting to go. And all that comes from doing this work. So I hope this is encouraging to you to know what results look like for you when you're working in it in that way, working in your strengths, learning to discern opportunities, and actually chasing after your dreams instead of them just live in your head. And that's how you get the results. Now, tomorrow I'm going to wrap up here. Like I said, we have 18 spaces open. Inside there, we only took a limited number for this open door time. And so there should be a link in the description. You can also comment the word SOAR, SOAR. You'll get a link to your inbox, or you can see a little pop-up link that came there. It's in a few different places. So we would sure love to have you. You can go back on my page. I've shared a couple testimonials from some of the women in there. If you open that link, you'll see a few more written testimonials. These are unsolicited testimonials, really. These are just the ladies just expressing how being a part of this group has supported them throughout the months. I started it last summer, so we're coming up. We're just a couple months shy of being a year old, and it is intimate by design. We Zoom call every single week. Every Monday is our check-in day. I've gotten a lot of questions about that. At this time, the Zooms are scheduled at 2 p.m. Central on Monday afternoons. We offer replays if you can't join. And you just have that time to actually ask questions one-on-one. I'm on screen with you. We talk in a group setting. We sometimes have special trainings or focus areas that we try to lead off our meetings. And then we have open chat. So it's a beautiful place to come and check in. And having that accountability every week is probably one of the biggest things, even for me. I show up for them as a facilitator and a leader of this group, and it's a wonderful check-in time for me. Mondays are my absolute favorite day. Mondays get a bad rap. I love them. So we would love to have you if it works out. But we do have some ladies in there that work full-time, and they're doing their creative business as a side hustle. Tell me if you are relating to that. And they watch the replays if they can't join the live calls, or they hop in on maybe a holiday or something like that when they can. So... all right. Hey, Judy, less overwhelm. That is a beautiful feeling. We want our businesses aligned with our life, not the other way around. You should not build a business that your life has to just work around all the time. If that's how you need it to flow and it feels good for you and there's a piece there, that's different. But if it feels like your business is running you, we probably need to do some work. We probably need to figure out some things and get you aligned a little bit better. So, hi, Diane. So if you're interested, like I said, comment the word SOAR, check the link in the description, or check the link that may have popped up for you. You can catch the replays from all the other 3 days I've been live this week, breaking down that SOAR acronym and just giving you some encouraging words as a small business owner. And at this time, if you're not ready to join us, still, keep in touch. And we do have a wait list that we'll start promoting and promote every now and again once the spaces fill up. But we have 18 spaces or 17. I can't remember, 17 or 18. I've been trying to count down and keep up, but I would love for one of those to have your name on it. If you're feeling this tug at your heart and you're like, I would love a group of encouraging women like this. Trust me, it's the best. Trust me, just trust me. Take a chance. One of my favorite parts of testimonials or things that have been said to me is I just think I almost didn't join, or I thought, I was a little skeptical. I've heard that word too. But they're like, oh my goodness, to think that I would have been doing my business without this group. I can't even imagine it. So yes, less overwhelmed is a beautiful, beautiful feeling to have. Hey, Sue, Potter's Crafty Corner. You're so sweet. Thank you for that. I promise you won't regret it either. But hey, if you do, you're also not locked into some contract or anything. You can try it out, see if it's a good fit for you. We'd love to welcome you in there and for you to become a Soaring Sister. So I'm going to let y'all go enjoy the rest of your afternoon, and I'll be back tomorrow. If you want to get on my broadcast channel, that's just a free notification that'll come to your messenger. It'll let you know when I'm live. It'll say, hey, Hammond's Nest is live. And it'll give you that hanging out in your messenger. If you want to watch the replay, you can comment the word channel and you'll get the link to my broadcast channel. You'll know when I'm live or doing anything special. That's just my little feed, kind of like a text list in a way, but it comes through your Facebook Messenger. And so you'll know when I'm live tomorrow. I'll wrap up and do some more encouragement and do that final call for those final spaces that are left inside the group. So we'd love to welcome you. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. Okay, bye.